Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Beyond Roundtable Podcast. My name is Marigo Kelly, and I'm honored to be here with the two guests. Could they please introduce themselves?
Thank you. My name is Ayla Kozebela Dorant, and I read Alumni.
Okay.
Thank you.
Merrick Duftimana, still doing I lead, and currently in senior 5.
So you're still in school?
Yeah, still in school.
Okay. So, Adorant, you are an iLead alumni. What could you say about iLead to someone who has never heard about iLead?
Well, iLead is a game-changing fact in our life. We have been through a road. We have been learning a road from iRead, and it's building something strong in our lives. We are building, and we are becoming, and we are reflecting to our lives with our iLead because it has changed us with very, very much values. It has taught us. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. How about you?
To me, I could say I lead is a better version of self-improvement books. Because you see, with books, it's a little bit passive. You read, and then most of the time it stops there. With I lead, it kind of like prompts you to do action because you rate yourself. You talk with people in a round table. You feel me? Like all of that, all of those experiences, they lead to action. And action, I think, is one of the most important parts of leadership.
Okay. So, wow. Implementing action requires having values and putting values in what you're doing. So what are those values that have stuck with you until now that you've learned since in the senior 4?
Values, I would say first is definitely commitment. And commitment kind of goes with passion because the only way you stay committed to something is if you have a strong passion to it. Second is being kind-hearted and honest in leadership because that leads to creating meaningful connections with the people that you're leading, which in turn helps those people talk to you about their problems and then you can solve them. So I feel like to me the two most important values is commitment and then honesty mixed with kind-heartedness.
Wow. After hearing about action, so it means as someone who's out of iLead program right now, it means you have already got a platform where you've already started implementing iLead into your day-to-day work. So, or maybe you're planning to do it. So could you please share with us that kind of experience where you have had to implement those values in your day-to-day life, which is action?
Well, we come from different places, from different histories, and we have different understandings of something.
Okay.
But with someone who is holding iLead values, you just know that you have to implement it in one way or another. You just know that there were something you're going through, there was something you had to carry on in your life. So in each and every value you ran, you took, and you understood very well, it would be easy for you to implement it in real life. So yeah.
So what are some of those places, as you've described before, actions that you've already took? Could you please share with us the experience or examples of where you've used those iLead values and how have they helped you along the way?
So simple experiences is not being afraid of leadership because my school currently I'm like a president of a code club and I've kind of I founded this, so I brought its initiation, started it from the ground, built the identity of the club and everything. So that was one step. And then recently, I've attended.
What did you do in the club? What did you do?
In the club. So basically, in the club, we teach programming skills. Such as web design, Python, and all of those skills. And what we do, we have 70 plus students that we hold weekly sessions where we're basically teaching them, giving them assignments, exercises, and everything to help them improve their skills.
And that's something that's not part of the education program in Rwanda?
Yeah, it's not part of the education program.
Okay.
Yeah. Continuing saying, recently I attended an MUN conference in Ghana. And to me, I lead told me not to fear because you reach in a place the first session we had, when I reached in the door, I looked to my left,
Okay.
like right here, and then I see a person with literally a beard, and that person is a university student. I look to my right,
Okay.
I see like a mom, literally like someone who looks like a mom. So like
Yeah.
as soon as I reached there, anxiety hit me hard. Anxiety hit me hard.
Okay.
So with the skills I had gotten from iLead, like in that moment, yes, anxiety did hit me, but I knew how to handle it.
Good.
And how to effectively bring out my ideas. Like when you're in a room full of people studying international relations and you're still a high school student, you feel afraid. But then at some point you reach there and you're like, I still have ideas. Although I'm a high school student, I still have ideas, and I have to bring those ideas to the table. So I feel like that was partly, like, greatly attributed to having the iLead skills.
Okay. So Adrant, what do you think are some of the effective qualities that make up a leader?
Effective qualities. I would say someone has to first have confidence. Like,
Okay.
confidence is the key. Confidence is everything, because you would just have everything. You would have just the words prepared, the speech, everything, but you would just stand in, like as he was saying, as he was with many people older than him, and when you have that confidence, you will be like, what I know I will shine. Also, life oriented, like you know what you want, you know where you should get it from, so you have to just stay on what you want. So, yeah, that's
Okay.
one.
So, making up that kind of a club in a school, you have to face challenges. You meet kind of hurdles and obstacles along the way. How did the iLead program help you throughout? I mean, in terms of what you've learned from the program at the moment.
So what iLead mostly told me is that you cannot do everything alone. Trying to start a club, to me, I was kind of handling it alone, everything, talking to the school administrators, trying to form a certain, like, because we create our own curriculum based on the students we're teaching.
Okay.
So I was trying to create a curriculum, trying to find platforms, everything all at once. But then at some point I reached and I saw that this kind of made the whole process not that much fun as I thought, because to me it felt like a lot of work. So when I went to some people, because when you actually tell your ideas people, you find that they are also interested as you are. So he told me like teamwork is so crucial. So like when I told those people to help me, they even reminded me in terms of like when I forget, and they reduced the burden. And that reducing of burden and that sharing of responsibilities led to us reaching the goals faster and having better ideas, because I'm giving an idea, you're giving an idea, she's giving an idea, right? So that type of teamwork led to the success of the club.
Adorant, what kind of advice can you give to the girls out there who are making impulsive decisions, not rushing decisions, remember? They're not using what they've learned from the iLead program in their day-to-day life, so sometimes they're facing out the negative consequences due to the fact that they're not having values in day-to-day life. What advice would you give to them?
So as we all remember, those who went in the iLead program, the first person was choice. Everything we make is a choice. Everything we go through is a choice. So if you just went on with your life and thought that you would just go with everything on your own, that would be just you would count it on yourself. But if you would just make a right choice for your life right now or any time now, this is the right time for you to do what's right. This is the right time for you to change what went wrong, or just choose what's best for you.
Okay. So for you to make and decide to start that kind of a club in your school is because you saw that there was something that was missing. What was that thing that was missing in your school?
So the thing that was missing was access, like the access and motivation to programming skills.
Okay.
Because we already had a small, like the people who really wanted to program are those who were passionate, like, and they had some sort of mentorship, either from like outside help that is outside from the school, like family and everything.
Okay.
And I noticed that programming in general, it's a 21st century skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not going to do it in the future, it's good to know it, and it's people that it's a skill that is getting people paid.
Yeah.
So realizing that, I was like, this club is very essential because there is a need for it, first of all, and that need solves a certain problem not only in the school but in the community. For example, one of our students, I said students, but one of my peers in the club actually developed a clubs management system for our school. So now, like all clubs, use this platform to record attendance, sessions, and everything, due to the skill that one of my peers used, which I coached. So they used the skill to solve a problem at our school.
Okay.
And that type of problem solving, starting at such a low level, when you go outside, it translates. So now when I come outside and I see problems in the community, it's very easy to solve them because I already did in my small community at school.
Okay. So many people in your school have passed by that kind of a situation, that problem, because maybe you might find you're not the first to recognize that kind of a problem. But what was different about from that moment that made you take that initiative and start something and do something about it?
I think first, as I said, it's commitment and passion, right? Because I was also a person who's very committed and passionate about software engineering and programming in general, right? So it was very easy because I saw it. I'm like, this is already my future, and I already know how coding can bring you some sort of joy. So that need to feel like you want to share that joy to other people is what motivated me to start the club in the first place.
Okay. So, Adorant, are you already in college or university at the moment?
Very soon, starting very soon.
You're starting very soon?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what kind of message could you give out to the youth outside there, your classmates, the people who have already passed through the ILE program and they're getting ready to join their universities and colleges or around the world? What kind of a message would you give to them as people who've passed through the ILE?
Well, after the whole year, I think like 3 years going through the ILE, I think it was not something to take for granted, you know. It's something special. So after all, I don't think we left that only in the books. We still have some values we're still going through.
Yeah, maybe you can like pinpoint some of those specific values that you want them to keep on holding on and never let go of them.
Well, the first one is choice, because everything is a choice.
Choice?
Yeah, choices. Also, initiatives, not postponing. I will do the work tomorrow. School is always schooling, so the day is today. And I think also forgiveness, because we just need to forgive people each and every day. That's what I would pin on most. But what I would just say, that was a life-giving statements, so we should always pin on that. We should always take that not for granted, but for a life.
So what kind of choices do you think they can make that can impact their lives in a bad way during their life at the university?
Well, you know, there's always this thing of peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
And knowing people. So what I would say, they just have to make choices on the right people to go along with. Like for me, I'm going somewhere I don't know, so it's always choosing the people. Because there is this saying in Kinyarwanda which say, tell me the people you go with and I will tell you who you are. So make the right choices with the people you're going with, the people, because if you take the good people who will give you courage, you will also have courage. If you take the people who will make you go in something else, then yeah.
Okay. So life is not about making decisions in school and doing what. We always have to make that kind of an impact to the community, give out. And so do you have anything that you're planning that ILE will help you out? Like an example, as a lesson from initiative, do you have anything that you're planning to create as a way to give out to our community and positive impact, maybe on your journey way to school? Do you have anything in mind at the moment?
Well, I don't have anything
Okay.
in my mind at some point, but I think there is this thing that had me
Oh,
on the initiative part. It was about procrastination.
okay.
So,
Procrastination.
and I was a big person on that, but
Mm.
this point around, I want to just not take it as my word, as my pinpoint. So I just want something new. Yeah.
All right. So, man, you are a youth in school, and you always have to meet all these kind of things that youth pass through in school. Could you please give us kind of an example of how you were once living before the IDA program as a youth in school, and the life during the IDA program?
Okay, yeah. The thing I would say, life before the elite program, it was just I don't even know how to explain it, but there was no type of goal, end goal, and I think that's like the biggest thing, right?
Okay.
That type of choice to say like I'm heading this direction, and I'm going to do A, B, C in order to reach D, right? And that type of having a goal to go towards to was not there, and that goal is everything. That goal is the one that gives you commitment. That goal is the one that gives you who do you want to be friends with? That you
Yeah,
just
so
say,
I
man.
want it to be kind of realistic. Could you please give us what's that goal? We want to
Oh, that
yeah,
goal.
that goal. Yeah,
Basically, that goal is software engineering.
software engineering.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
simple. Because before I lead, because I got my real exposure in I lead when I reached senior 4. Because
Okay, yeah,
senior
that's-
3 was
Yeah.
meh, was
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So before it was kind of like you're just life is drifting you. Like life is carrying you, like you're going by the earth's wind.
Okay.
But now it's like when you have a direction. For me, like when I say software engineering, right, and that type of that I lead gave me the initiative to go and search the courses to start programming, right? See the types of fields that are in programming, because it's not just simple plain programming there, right? There is a lot of certain areas. So
Okay.
finding a certain area you want to do in, right, and also being exposed to all the other things like starting a club and what that are related to my future. So
Okay.
that was brought on by eyelid.
Wow. Dohante, so there is this thing that this podcast, Beyond Tour podcast, is going to be watched by people all over the world
Yeah.
who do not even have the iLead program in their schools and in different environments. iLead program has already progressed to
Yeah.
different different platforms
I
like
see.
the rehabilitation centers and everything. So what's the difference between someone who has passed through the iLead program and someone who has never passed through the iLead program?
Well, it's just all a matter of understandings, as I said. We just get around things differently. But what I would say, there is this something we just all pinpointed on. There is, as I'm talking about more of procrastination, there is or those who went through the iLead program also had other various. So, as what I could say, for people who didn't have this chance to get the iLead program, it's kind of hard, but they should join people who have joined this program, because it's going all around. It's going all around, and it's doing so much on the youth as well as everyone going through it. And yeah.
All right, man. So if everyone in your school took a step in what you did and created something to address a problem in their school, what kind of future would you think we're heading into?
A very prosperous future, especially for Rwanda. It's a future where we have the youth, us the youth, with majority of the population being the youth, we are the one with the biggest power here, right?
Okay.
And if everyone took a step and the chance to actually create something, that initiative, as she talked about, so many problems will be solved. We'll be because that also correlates with unity, right? Because as many people are having that mindset to solve problems, right? They are united. The collaboration is there, right? And it leads to the overall every aspect in the overall development of the country.
Wow. So could you please now help me and look at the camera and like talk about the problems
Which
in.
one?
I mean, whatever, maybe there. Or,
I'm gonna look
yeah,
at this
there. So talk about like the problems currently in your school that you'd love, like as the students back in those grades or your fellow peers could also put a hand in and address at the moment.
So the
Yeah.
problems in my school.
Yeah, that
currently-
you feel like they would also, like you give them kind of like ideas, yeah. So
okay.
play a role as kind of influencing,
Okay.
Yeah. Tell them what they can do, because you see you've already made up about coding and solving about that coding skills in the school,
yeah.
but there are also some areas that are not tackled at the moment, and you would
Yeah.
love them to tackle them. Would like just kind of like flash a light at their brains to see those things that they can see at the moment, they can see, and let's see if maybe in the next month they can do something about it in their school as well.
The biggest problem right now,
Okay.
I would say definitely public speaking.
Okay. Public
I
speaking.
feel like public speaking is such a tool, because when you go and see the president give a speech, there's certain way he gives a speech, right? And it influences people. It inspires them to do something. So public speaking is one. Second is career guidance. So if you're a student and you've already figured out what you want, not everyone has figured out. So you can walk them through that process, and you can give them that help in order to, basically find what they want to do. So my biggest two problems currently at my school are public speaking and career readiness.
Wow, that's very great. So let's hope the students at their school or in other schools who find those kind of problems in their school, maybe we'll have to put a hand into it and do something about it. I want to say thank you for coming out to our today's podcast. We are very honored for your impact and sharing about the knowledge about what you've learned from the daily program. May God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. To our fellow viewers all over Rwanda and our country, thank you all for tuning in to our today's podcast. My name is Kelly Murigo. Always love you, like and sub.